Well, good day, good day. Welcome to another video of War Thunder with Rasputin or Rah Rasputin by viewer request. A video of the BF109 K-4 German T4 Tier 4 or rank 4 with a battle rating, and this is realistic battle of 5.7. When it was requested, I was really eager to say yes, I'll make this video, because BF109s are easy airplanes to fight in. They're kind of OP, so they're overpowered, they are easy to fly, they are awesome at boom and zoom, which I like. So I didn't see an issue. So, well, appears that I was wrong, and I can tell you why in a little bit. So, as you can see in this game, early in the game, I found these two nice little bombers flying past me, and one of the benefits of the BF109 K-4 is that it has pretty good climb rate, so like engine power to airframe is really good. You have to use your WEP, your war emergency power though, to climb, to keep us, but you can climb at a 20-degree angle and don't even overheat your engine, or so that's pretty decent. Maneuverability is one of the issues. It is. Yeah, it has a really slow roll rate. You have to play with your rudder to get into it. Yeah, it is difficult, and especially at lower speeds it gets even harder. And you always get thrown in these games with only 5, 6, maybe 8 players on the opposite team and on your own team. So it is really hard to even get anywhere, because your teammates, most of them are JUs, bombers, and they go for bombing targets, of course, and they're pretty either taken out pretty quickly, or they don't really participate in any dogfighting or taking down fighters unless they accidentally take some down with their waist gunners. So that's one of the bad parts about it. I never ever, I think I ended up in a game with more than 8 players, so you're always fighting bombers like you saw here, and that's a struggle by itself, and then you have to deal with teammates, and a lot of people also fly the same BF109 as I do, but sometimes you end up with the DO335 in here as well, so the Arrow, and those are horrible planes to start with, to try even like catch an enemy or shoot him down even. So a lot of time you're just stuck here, fighting the enemy with barely any support, and maybe you agree or don't agree, but for me to have a fairly decent game, I need some support of my teammates. So if they all die in the first 5 minutes, there is nothing I can do to even like try to win the game or shoot 1 or 2 enemies down, because I'm always the focal point of everybody, and that's a lot of what happens to me a lot. Like, I'm right there because I'm a climber. I go high, I don't stay low and do that head-on attack to an enemy, maybe get one, or I might get one, maybe even 2 or 3, and then I die. My sole purpose in these games is to finish alive. It doesn't work all the time, but that's my goal, and a lot of people have a different opinion about this. They think, well, let's go in, kill as many as we can in a short period of time, and move on to the next game. Well, that's not how I play. So anyway, with that being said, the BF109 K-4. Let me see. Pros and cons. It's very powerful engine, like I already said. Good performance at medium altitudes. good firepower for destroying attackers, large attackers and bombers, and that's pretty much what you're going to focus on with this airplane because you're a good climber. You have your 30mm cannons, and you got. Did I say 30? I thought it was 20. But anyway, you got your cannons on there, so that's a single cannon, and then you got your 13mm machine guns. Let me tell you this much. The 13mm and the 20mm, their velocity for your bullets or ammo is so slow. You have a high drop rate. I got my conversion set, I think, at 600 meters. So like a third, is that about a third of a mile. But anyway, and I have to like really lead my target by a big distance. So I really have to use my rudder or my elevators a lot to get in front of the enemy. And then, even then, the bullets don't do a whole lot of damage. I'll almost feel like I'm in a Japanese Zero, trying to get up to 400 meters behind my enemy and then try to kill him, which is the only really decent shot you get from those Japs. So I had a lot of issues, like you could see here a little bit ago, where the Lancaster. I mean, I don't know how many hits I got on that airplane before it finally started to burn, and finally I killed it. And it's not even a direct kill. I just had to wait till it disintegrated after it caught fire. So the ammo is not the best. And I tried out a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and I use air targets for my 20 mils. And maybe I should have picked a different one. Maybe I should have picked, like, I think universal was an option. But yeah, I don't know if that makes a lot of difference. On my 13mm, I kind of like went back and forth, and I used the IAI ammo on this one because, well, incendiary bullets and stuff, I like it, but that should be doing a pretty good job, I think. But it's still a hassle. It's kind of like it's hard to hit your targets, and if you hit them, they don't do a whole lot of damage to start with. So, anyways. That being said, not a bad plane. You end up in bad fights because your teammates are all DO3 Dorniers 335s and or the JU's 288. So that's the biggest problem we have, or I have. There's no teammates, and even the fighters, they don't really are much of fighters. That DO shouldn't be down there. It should be up here somewhere with me. It is a boom and zoom fighter. That's what the Germans were good at. The Focke-Wulfs and the BF109s and the DOs. They were all boom and zoomers. So anyway, so roll rate. Let's get to the roll rate again. This plane has issues if you're trying to roll to the left or to the right. To the right is worse, I think, if I remember right, because you're fighting against your engine prop more or less, so you're fighting that torque a little bit, and that makes it even worse. To the left goes a little easier, but yet sometimes when you try to evade your enemy and he's on your tail and you try to roll to the right, you'll see this plane hesitate. And I think the Britcat, the English F6F and the US F6F, they do the same thing, only I can live with that better. On this plane, it's kind of like it's a struggle, it's a fight, and it might just be me. So you'll get used to it after a while, but it is annoying to say the least. So there's an A1H. We'll go for that one. And another thing is boom and zoom airplane. This K-4 was one of the last versions of the BF109 they ever built, and it was kind of built for mass production, which shows your boom and zoom rate is okay, but not the greatest. There's your max speed in the boom and zoom is low compared to other BF109s, but it's doable. But you still keep control though, and that's a good thing, because right now I'm pretty high speed, almost 700 kilometers an hour, and I'm still having control of the airplane, but I gotta be really, really careful. And here's your, see that lead angle you have to have? It's like, goodness gracious, it's horrible. I finally kill him, but it's more luck than actually skill, I think. So yeah, the ammo is really the worst thing about this airplane. Anyway, I hope that kind of, yeah, explains a few things about the BF109. I flew it years ago and I haven't flown it since, because, well, I've been playing this game since 2013, and I think at the time it was an okay airplane, but we upgraded so many times that it's kind of like too many other airplanes get in the game that are better and faster than you. So anyway, nice result, nice Silver Lions. So I hope you like this video, and I'll see you later. Bye bye.